In this most spooky of seasons, the three of us decided to get together to give all of you watching something special.
We've come together to bring you 3 stories that mean a lot to us,
and that exemplify the heart of the season.
With that in mind, we want to welcome you all to our very first Halloweenies Spooktacular Collabathon. So, it's probably no secret that I live near the fabulous city of Las Vegas. I'm not the biggest fan of where I live because it's all tumbleweeds and ranch lands, but Vegas itself is pretty freaking neato. Come on down, folks, we've got gambling, overpriced bags of M&Ms, Beverly from Italy, and my personal favorite, 200,000 square feet of indoor entertainment and thrills, funnel cakes and gallons of frozen daiquiri, and my personal all-around favorite place to hang out, the Adventure Dome. This place might not be anywhere close to Rat Palace or that one wizard theme park that pays royalties to a transphobe when it comes to size and thematic quality, but it has such a great charm. And allegedly, many an OSHA violation. It's located inside a casino hotel called the Circus Circus, and it is one-dabulously clown and carnival themed. The sign is a giant clown, and the whole casino looks like it's a goddamn glass big tub for crying out loud. God, I love clowns. It's attached to an entire floor of Midway games, where you can sometimes bribe the game operators into letting you buy the prizes instead of winning them if you are shit at carnival games, like I totally am not. And maybe it's just my love of circus aesthetics taking over, but the experience of walking through the casino floor that smells like industrial ventilation freshener, past the stand selling bootleg anime figures, and going up the ginormous staircase, or escalator, to the second floor amusement park is incredible and always feels a little bit like home. Now sure, you might say, hey, an indoor amusement park attached to some shitty Midway games and free hourly acrobatic shows held on top of a giant spiral ramp. What's the big deal? Fuck you. Well, I get you, my ill-educated buffoon. Amusement parks on their own aren't for everyone, or all that fun to everybody. But I am no simpleton impressed by a 2-bit ring out of a crackerback jocks. There's more to the Adventure Dome than just cheap thrills and giant steins of strawberry cylinders. Are you kidding me? This place is already great. It may seem like family fun, but a darker force lies beneath the surface. Because during the month of October, once the clock strikes 12, the Adventure Dome transmogrifies into the terror, the horror, the absolute delight that is known as the Fright Dome. So to put it simply, the godly experience that is the Fright Dome is made when they change the aesthetics of the entire amusement park area into a spooky theme park from about 7 p.m. through like 2 a.m. Don't quote me on that though. And it is the most beautiful thing. If you've ever been there, you know the magical feeling like stepping through a fairy circle into a new world of haunts and scares. Allow me to paint you a word picture. You get through security, buy your tickets if you haven't already, and then you are led into a winding snake of a line made with metal fencing. And fellas, even waiting in line is an amazing experience. Because as dusk turns to twilight, the haunts start appearing above on the balcony that overlooks the line. And then they come down directly to you and revvy their chainsaws and drag their axes on the ground, creating sparks on the asphalt. It sounds like a Juggalo's Moonrise Festival with the blood-chilling cackles from the murder clown actors and the groans and screams of the zombies that come out for some one-on-one fight time. This one year I went like 3 times to the Fright Dome. I was trying to catch up to some friends I'd gotten separated from in line. So I was hopping over the medians. Don't freak out. There were only like 10 people in line at the time. It's fine. But like As my leg is over the metal railing, I look up and see this fucking murder clown staring at me. And we share a moment of nervous silence before he just puts a finger to his lips and carries on, also stepping over the railing. It does make me feel a little bad for the people who came later and were forced to go to the very back of the line with at least 200 people in it for doing the same thing. But man, it's such a special and magical memory to me. Disney World could never. After waiting and watching the opening, which sometimes is grand and incredible, like watching some dark carnival act, while others it's hushed and pensive to build the atmosphere, the doors open in a burst of ominous fog. You enter through the maintenance stairway and you can feel the booming music from inside the venue as you start to really smell the smoke. Then, once you finally make it through all those magical doors into the main Fright Dome Center, the sound of screams in the distance, mingling with the music. The numerous fog machines making your eyes shrivel up in your head and making you bleary-eyed. The sight of the actors just waiting and patrolling the edge of their zones. It's such fun and beautiful. I still chase the exhilarating feeling of that to this day. By and large, the Fright Dome is separated into different parts called Fright Zones, which are decorated for their horror movie theme. And as soon as you enter them, you are fair game for the characters to come and target to scare the shit out of you however they please. There's usually a haunted farmland where you find murderous overall-wearing farmer cannibals with axes and living scarecrows. There's a dark plague zone with scarier SCP-049 and fellows dressed as the Shadow Man. My personal favorite, the Demon Circus, with all the most beautiful, grotesque murder clowns you could ever imagine, and more. There are also rides which are always there, but they're decorated and lit up for the pitch blackness of the entire venue. But you don't come for the rides. Oh no. You come to the Fright Dome for the haunted house experiences. They vary from year to year, but my favorites were, of course, the Killer Carnival set up by the clowns, where outside we got to have a nice in-character conversation with a blue clown, and I am still in love. The Krampus Haunted House themed after the movie the year it came out, and by far the best one, Hellcatraz. I actually thought it was going to be about some demonic cat themed or something because I am stupid and read it as Hellcat Rats. But in reality, it was an amazing haunted house with zombie prisoners. There's not much to say about it, but it really is atmospheric, and just enjoying the jump scares from the actors is enough. Now, I need you to understand that in real-life haunted house experiences, I go into them to enjoy the environment. I don't usually get scared in them because it's really just too much fun to be there. Like, when I'm in an environment where I know the point is to get spooked, I just don't usually get scared and end up being giddy instead. However, Hellcatraz was different. For one specific reason. This one actor read me like a fucking book. He looked at me and knew from the instant I walked in, by the grin on my face, that I was not gonna get got by jumping out and yelling or by crawling across the floor menacingly. So you know what he did? And, it definitely got a squeak out of me. Though I don't think it was from fear. I must admit that, I was feeling particularly submissive and breathable in that moment. Halloween is my favorite time of year. Well, it is for my whole family, but nevertheless, I loved this place so much that I really wanted to work there. I wanted to just add to something that I loved. One of my friends from my Homestuck days, who did the most amazing Gamzee cosplay in all of Las Vegas, if you lived here you probably know the one, was a professional clown for these events too. So I was certain that I would be able to clown it up with her at the very least. From what I was told, they didn't assign you roles. Character auditions were held, but they were based on the impressions that you could give with your own original haunt, and how good you could improvise. I wanted to make a creepy pink manic pixie dream clown with a big ol' hammer and go spooky people like, "Oh hi, I'm Moxie, wanna play with me?" My very best experiences were when I got to wait outside the clown haunt and talk with the in-character clowns. And I felt so much belonging. I wanted to join the evil circus. But that time never came to pass, unfortunately. The Fright Dome hasn't happened for a few years now. Miss Rona got in the way in 2020 and 2019, which sucks because they were supposed to come off of hiatus. But prior there was, a stabbing in the Circus Hotel stairwell in, 2018. And the year before that was 1 October. And everyone knew it would be in poor taste and was also dangerous to hold it that year. And now, as it was revealed in an interview, the Circus decided not to re-up the lease that the people who did the Fright Dome had with them. So it's probably not coming back, but I want it back! I need it back! Please give me! Thank you so much for watching this video.
And if you like this video, please be sure to check out the others. Come on down to my channel where I weave a story of witchcraft, betrayal, and potential mafia families.
Or head over to my channel where we're ranting about all the chaotic things my neighbors have done on Halloween.
Thank you so much to my patrons, Viri and Miss Mercurial. And thank you to my mommies, daddies, and guardians tier patron, Isabel Marks. If you want early updates on videos, art for videos, and all sorts of other good things, make sure to head over there and check it out. Lowest tier is $1, and, you know, $1 is $1. Anyway, like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want. As always, you don't have to, but if you do, I'll get to see you in the next video. I hope you have a scrapdangulous day. Later, skater! I'm so sorry, that was cringe.
Oh my god.
No, that was amazing. Bro, I was on the edge of my seat the entire time.
That was great. I gotta say, I admire anyone who is able to go into one of those places, because if that was me, I would simply just curl up in the floor and die.
Yeah, you just walk in and you're like, I dare you to scare me, and everyone's like, woo, let's do this.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're talking about type of witch like from the movie The Vavitch, then
oh, yep.
Yeah.
hedge witches, good. Evil forest witches who like the taste of butter, not.
I like how that's like the defining feature, if they like the taste of butter or not.
You gotta watch out for those butter tasting witches.